Hello everyone, this is Void Ranger, and this is also something you're not normally used to, and I'm also not used to. I'm much more comfortable behind the camera, but I thought it would be fun to do something different for once. Okay, I do different things all the time, that's not the point. But I had been sick recently, not like COVID sick or anything, just the gross kind. But that meant I got kind of backlogged on packages and purchases and that kind of thing. So I thought maybe it'd be fun to do just a small unboxing video, nothing crazy, and then kind of go over some recent hauls. I keep looking down because they're there, and I'm afraid they're going to vanish because, you know, that's what happens with physical objects. They just disappear. This isn't a washing machine. This isn't, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to throw in humor and to cover for how uncomfortable I am in front of a camera. So, yeah, let's get started. We'll start with the unboxing just because, again, I looked over there as if it's there. It's actually here, so I should be looking this way. That said, let's get started. I bought something on Mandarake almost 2 weeks ago, and it's still sitting here in the box. Now, I'm in the Ranger room, you know, that's all behind me, but that also means I don't have the best setup for this kind of thing. This room is not very large, or it's overstuffed with Power Rangers toys, leaving me limited space. So I'm going to try to do this as best as I can. Let's see how it goes. Ugh, that was a terrible angle. So, here it is. Mandarake. This box cost way too much to ship here because, as you know, or might guess, lots of shipping services to the United States currently are just not running. So DHL is the only way to get stuff here. And I think I've spent more on DHL recently than I have actual toys, which is sad, but I know I have a problem and I don't need you to call me out for it. Stop judging me. So, pretty big box. I don't know if you can get that idea. I don't imagine it's actually this big inside. They do seem to use really large boxes, but that's beside the point. Got my trusty box cutter, and let's go in here. Somehow, let's actually pull out the blade. That might help. The fun of this is that I get one take. I'm not going to reseal the box to do this. So just pretend that this is live and that I know what I'm doing. Oh, apparently that box just doesn't open on that side. Cool. I'm a professional. Let's put that thing down before I hurt myself. Okay. Okay, well, there's lots of paper. That's what I bought. I bought lots of paper, everyone. Are you happy? Go Power Paper. Oh, I guess it is pretty large. Okay. I got the Deluxe Go-Kai-O, which I have been wanting for a while, but I got it in a set that A, I didn't know existed, and B, includes Go-Kai Machine Magic Dragon. So, I am super excited to actually open this and put it all together. I'm pretty sure it's used. I actually don't remember. It's been so long since I actually placed this order. But Mandarake has never let me down. Well, this side is sealed. This side is not. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the whole process of putting this together on camera, but they're so good at just repacking and taking care of stuff, so I'm not gonna pull it all out. That's intense. But there you go. I'm very excited about this. I don't know if I can tell you that enough. Like, I like how some of this stuff is still in the bags, and you know, some of it, I guess the previous owner did not have bags. I don't know. But just, I mean, there's always a size difference, of course, between the Bandai of Japan and the Bandai of America stuff. But I didn't quite expect it to be like this large. Like, I know for a fact that the Green Racer Zord is much smaller than this in the American version, because I have the American version. It's somewhere in here. So that's cool. I'm excited. I really, really, really like the Legendary Megazord design. So that'll be a review one day. One day. I'm trying a new setup in this room so I can try and record stuff more often. This whole COVID thing has thrown off my entire recording session because the husband is home, and I have really bad performance anxiety when it comes to recording. If somebody else can hear me, it means I don't want to do it because I feel really awkward and uncomfortable. And I am really awkward and uncomfortable, but usually I can get through that with him, you know, not being here. I don't care, because once it's on the internet, I can kind of not think about it. So right now he's actually home. You know, here's some story you don't want, but I moved everything I used to record into this room, which explains the tight quarters, and but I closed the door, so it's like retail. It's like when you work behind the counter, even though you're dealing with people, which I did for like 12 years, as much as I hate dealing with people face to face, and I'm good at it, but I'm super uncomfortable the whole time. That countertop is like a barrier. It protects me. So that's what the door is doing right now. And if he's smart, he'll just say he didn't hear a word I said. So it'll make me more comfortable to continue trying to record it here. So that was a pretty lackluster unboxing, and I would normally, I guess if I do this ever again, depending on how people feel about this, since I said I've never done this before, maybe I'll do an unboxing and a putting together and that kind of thing one day. But I actually have a bunch of other stuff just to show, like some recent hauls. So instead of making this the longest video ever, we'll look at that. And since I've rambled for probably 3 minutes now, thank you for sticking with me if you did. So I'm just going to grab stuff. We're going to see how this goes. Not Power Rangers related. Focus. But my friends on Twitter, Long's Toys and Rylan of Collector Shuki, somehow convinced me that I wanted to buy Transformers stuff again. And I like Transformers, but I'm not good at transforming them, which you would think Power Rangers and Transformers would kind of share a similar thought, but Transformers are weirdly complicated for me. I can never remember how to do them. I always display them in their robot humanoid forms, and so I get Transformers and they don't transform. I never change them to whatever. But I got this because recently, and I'm not going to go through a whole Transformers thing because this is not a Transformers related channel, but I got Megatron and Shockwave and Starscream, and I was like, well, you can't not have Optimus. Like, what are you even doing? So got this. It's very reflective. I haven't even opened it yet. Like I said, I'm so far behind on things. So that's that. Let's see. Oh god, I'm building a Jenga tower over here, and you'll probably hear it crash at some point. So let's see. Because I'm a completionist, which you may or may not know about me, but even if I don't necessarily like the aesthetics or whatever of a mecha or Zord line. I want them all. It's the Pokemon collector in me. So I really like the Samurai Megazord design, one of my favorites in the series. So I've been working on getting the Japanese line because I'm that guy. I'm a snob now. I can't help it. It is what it is. If you like the American ones, that's cool. Good for you. I'm not gonna chastise you for it because I'm not that person. I'm not a Sentai purist by any means. I prefer to use the American names when I can, and that pisses people off. But I'm an asshole. I don't know what to tell you. So I've been working on getting the Japanese ones to go with my Shinkano Deluxe Samurai Megazord, and I got the Tiger Zord recently. This thing is giant, especially if you've ever seen the American version, so I was not expecting, again, this size difference. White tigers are one of my favorite designs to use in Power Rangers or in Mecha in general. I don't like this design very much, and I think it has to do with the claws. It's unique for sure, but just I'm not into them. They look like ice cream cones, like sugar cones, and in theory that should be fantastic, but it's not. And I mean, I don't know what else to say. So I kind of hit or miss on this, but I do like tigers, so it'll probably grow on me. We'll see. Next, I got the Swordfish Zord, and again, much larger than I expected. I like the colors on this though, and it doesn't look as awkward to me as the Tiger Zord is. And a lot of Power Rangers Samurais and Shinkingers design philosophy is lost on me. Like, I like the origami concept, but the execution's not always my favorite. But this one looks pretty cool. And of course there's missiles for kids to shoot their eyes out with, which, if you followed me on Twitter, I actually posted a picture of that image saying don't shoot yourself in the eye, and I think it's hilarious, even if kids can get hurt. But I don't know. I was never one of those kids who like shot himself in the eye with toys, so I guess that's something kids can do. Whatever. But there's that. And finally, in this line, actually, the whole line, I have not collected the whole line, but this actually came in the mail today. So I got my Octozord, and this is cool because it's actually never been opened. I bought it off a seller on Facebook and got a relatively decent deal, especially considering that I didn't have to pay the shipping from Japan on it. I will open it at some point eventually, which is kind of the whole theme of this video. Not my favorite. I mean, it's an alright design, I guess, and maybe out of the box I'll like it more. I've never actually owned any version of this. I didn't buy an American version, and honestly, God, Samurai was so long ago, and I don't remember if, I'm sure they brought this out in America. I'm sure they did, but I don't remember ever seeing it, and I've never seen it in person on top of that, so I can't say anything about the size difference, but it looks alright. I do actually like the Claw Zord. I'm not sure if that's I'm rusty. I'm bad with names as it is, and I'm rusty on Samurai stuff, but it's cool. We'll get there. We'll see. So the next one I want to show you is kind of it should be surprising, because if you again follow me on Twitter, I don't really like the whole Time Force aesthetic. It's a sin in the fandom, I'm sorry. I don't super enjoy their suits, and I think the Zords leave a lot to be desired as far as aesthetics. Though I will say that the Wave 5 Time Force Red figure made me appreciate the suit a little more, because it looks better in toy form. I think it just works as a toy. Sometimes things don't work as a toy or work better as a toy, as far as designs go, and I think that one does. Now, I haven't seen Time Force in years, and it's next on my rewatch list or watch through or whatever. I've actually never seen the entirety of the season, but from what I remember and the clips I've seen for research purposes, I think I like the the fight suits better, the ones where they're all shiny in Japanese footage. I think the American like fabric-y look might have something to do with my dislike of the suits. We'll see. Check back in 3 years when I actually finish watching it, and I'll give you an updated opinion. But with that said, I bought the Time Force Megazord, which is super expensive to find. I got this off Mandarake as well. Fun fact, this had no stickers applied. I'm pretty sure it was brand new, even though it had been open. Like, I don't think the person ever took it out of the box. I don't think they ever assembled it, anything like that. So I had to apply the stickers, which is kind of not fun because I've got box all over me. But anyway, I had to put the stickers on, and apparently the joints on these things are very brittle. Like, the plastic is very brittle. So this one here, which I believe is green, let's see, yeah, the ratchet joint inside broke. It like just decayed and collapsed, even though it hadn't been used. So I had to repair it myself because I'm a tiny bit skilled in toy repair. But I actually bought replacement parts that people had selling online, and when I opened them up, just to take that single piece out, just to transplant it, that's all I had to do, those pieces were broke as well. Like, I don't think the owners knew. Like, there's no way you would know. I mean, you might just, when it was broken the way it was just loose and wouldn't connect and hang on, but most people would just assume that was probably just a weak joint. But the joint had either broken on both sides. It's like this weird octagonal thing. This is totally stupid and nerdy, and I'm sorry, but it basically it just breaks very easily. It's a very thin part. So a little bit of super glue and some luck, and it holds great. I'm just worried about, I don't transform them often, but now whenever I touch this one, I'm going to be scared that if I do transform it, I'm going to break that part again. One thing at a time. I'm not going to deal with that right now. So next, I'm going to actually slide over here. I bought some Ninja Storm stuff. Ninja Storm is one of my favorite seasons, and I love the Zords, I love the suits, I love the characters. Ninja Storm is fantastic, so I'm close to finishing that collection, I guess, the Zord. So I bought the Storm Lightning Megazord, which isn't technically a deluxe Zord, but I mean, it kind of is because it fits. I mean, it works. It does what I need it to do. But it looks cool. It's basically a glorified giant action figure, but I like it. I could not find the Disney Store one that had the whole ring. Like, it came with these swords that also formed a ring, so he could do his little rolly attack. But I don't care that much. What more surprised me more is the electronics work. I don't know if I still have batteries in here. But oh yeah, I do. So that was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting them to, considering how old this was, but it's in really good shape, which also surprised me because this I bought used on eBay. It could use a little touch up, and I have some nice silver paint I can do a little repair work with, but that's cool. And then in the same purchase, in the same box, I bought NinjaCon, which is obviously a red repaint and then helmet remold of Ninjor. And somebody asked me why I would buy this, because It's not real. It's not official. It's not on the show. But I actually had this when it released. Both of these actually, and I've always liked I like Ninjor's design, and I like the red on it. It just looks cool. But more importantly, finding Ninjor or Ninja-Kun with his sword is pretty hard to do. So I did that, and so I'm glad. It didn't come with. It came with the launchers. If you're familiar with the U.S. release, it had these weird cannons where you could push the back of them and it would shoot the power spheres out. It didn't come with the spheres, but it came with the launchers, which I have no interest in. But that's okay because I can just buy the spheres easily on Mandarake, so deal with that. This is basically just an ad for Mandarake. So if you guys want to sponsor me and like help me monetize, thanks. But otherwise, enjoy the publicity or promotion or whatever word you want to use there. So this tower is getting dangerously close to like falling over. So we're almost done, I swear. And if you've made it this far, thank you. You're awesome. I bought something I really didn't need, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on, but I bought a deluxe Falcon Zord. I have the legendary Falcon Zord. Legendary? Legacy. I didn't buy this because, I mean, I like the Falcon Zord, and it's cool and all, but I have a deluxe Shogun Zord, and I wanted to be able to make the Shogun Mega Falcon Zord whenever I decide to review that, which can happen now. And I didn't want to just be like, here's a picture of the Shogun Mega Falcon Zord right there, Vanna White pose. So I wanted to have this so I could do it. It's in good shape though. Like, there's some sticker wear on it, but I mean, realistically, I could also paint that and kind of make it look the same. I could also repro label it or whatever. BD15 is where I get my my stickers when I do that, but it's in pretty good shape. So even though I'm not going to display it in Shogun Mega Falcon Sword, I might try some trickery and try to hang this to make it look like it's like flying somewhere in the room. Like, cause I have, can't see it, but over there where all my shelves are, like this one, pointing on camera is hard, is shorter, so I might try to like hang it and make it look like it's just floating in air. We'll see. We don't have earthquakes here. Since I don't live in California anymore, I can hang stuff and not worry about them falling over. Oh God, speaking of falling over, this tower is ridiculous. So we're getting there. As you know, I love to collect things, so I started something new to collect, sort of. It still falls in the Power Rangers line, so God help me. I bought a legendary morpher. Of course, this is the Japanese one. It's a very strange looking cell phone. I'm not really a morpher person. I have a few, but not super, I don't know. I don't really care about them that much. They're fine. But more importantly, because I am who I am, I wanted to collect the Ranger keys, which these are the only 3 I have. And I had some of the American ones. I don't like how fat and stubby they are. Like, they look weird to me. So basically I bought the morpher, so I had the appropriate device for it, but I want the keys, and I gotta find a way to, this is not on, so I don't know why I'm doing this, I'll just show you, but I want the morphers so I can, if I did want to use them, I could. But yes, I am starting to collect Ranger keys, and I already regret that decision. I'm not sure if I'm going to collect all of them or just American released teams. I don't know. I already, like I said, I regret this decision. This was a mistake. This is something I didn't buy. A friend of mine sent this with something I bought from him. I did not ask for this, but I appreciate it. It's pretty cool because I love Q Ranger. I love the Q Ranger aesthetics and stuff. I have every mecha from it. I don't have the changer or anything, which this is more useful for, but I was born in July. I don't know if it's going to focus, but this one here is a crab. It's a Cancer, like me. So I was like, oh, that's weirdly accurate. Perfect for my personality. So, two more things, I swear. Like I said, I got behind on stuff, but I also got Gigant Driller. Flip it around so you can see it. And then his two little auxiliary Zords, which, I mean, come on. It's a robot with a vacuum. How can you not love that? It's so weird that it's like, it's perfect. I mean, hello? I don't know. I really like the Kira aesthetic. I'm not the biggest fan of orange. It's not my favorite color. Purple is. Can you tell? But this thing is cool. I mean, and it looks really neat. I love the drill / scorpion mode. Scorpion mode. I don't know. I'm really excited to play with this. Just like I said, I've fallen behind. My one complaint right now about the Kira Major line is I want something to combine with something else. Like, I never display them in combined forms, but we've had lines before that didn't combine. Like Lost Galaxy doesn't have any combinations to speak of. I like those, but it's more fun when you can make a disaster of a robot. But hopefully a good disaster. And I'm not going to say anything controversial, but I don't like the disasters. Like, I don't like the RPM combinations, which is apparently a sin. But at least they combine. I don't know. I just prefer combining mecha. So to end this, speaking of RPM, I got something I'm really excited for. 3 things I'm really excited for. Because I had these when they launched. And if you have been around for a while, you know that the RPM toy line, just the distribution was a disaster. Finding any of these toys anywhere was impossible. Finding the Paleo Max Megazord was... I don't even know how hard it was because I got pretty lucky. I never found it in a store, but I found it on... I had signed up for alerts on Amazon. This is, what, 10 years ago? And somebody had listed them brand new for $50. I remember paying $50 for it, and it was like a $30 toy. But you couldn't find it anywhere. So I got it that way. I had the whole US line at the time. And I had these. The Dino Rangers, which, you know, obviously aren't, these are American, these weren't in the show. I think these are some of the coolest designs. I love the Paleo Max Megazord. I love that they made figures to go along with it. These are incredibly hard to find. I actually have all the accessories, or most of them. They're in a bag. They came with them, but they're somewhere else. But the reason I bought these is because I don't think we're ever going to see these designs again. This is a Bandai thing, and now that Hasbro's in charge, chances of us getting like a Lightning Collection figure of these, as much as I would love it, is very, very low. So I went ahead and bought them because they're not perfectly in scale with the Lightning line, but I don't care. I'm not really too... I have Legacy Rangers that still haven't gotten Lightning releases. I don't care about the scale too much as long as they're close enough, because not every person is the same height, so it doesn't really bother me. In action figures, now, like, you put the 90s toys, like I have some Turbo, and you can't see them, I'm pointing off screen, but I have like the Turbo Rangers and the Alien Ranger figures, and they're tiny, they're like real short, but again, you can't get them any other way. But it's a little weird when you have like the 4-inch ones versus the 6 or the 6.5 ones. But again, I don't think we're ever going to see these toys again. I'm super, super happy to own this. This looks kind of weird on camera, but I don't care. These are awesome figures. If I had like if somehow they could make figures of them, like lightning ones, please make a 3-pack, make it exclusive. I don't care. I'll buy them. Actually, I think a lot of people would buy them. I've only ever heard positive impressions of these things, so they're just so cool. And it's kind of like the Spirit Rangers from Jungle Fury, which I don't own any of, but at least those appeared on the show, so you have a little more legitimacy. And that makes me think that maybe we could get lightning versions of those. So that'd be cool. But I don't think we'll ever see these guys again. So I'm super happy to own them in really good shape. Their joints, all of the figures from that era have weird joint loosening issues. These are great. They stand. There's a little bit of lucidity, no, to them, but they're in great shape, and I'm super happy to own them and to have them with my collection. So that's it. I know it's been like 3 years since I started this video, but thankfully COVID made time flow differently, and maybe you're bored, and maybe you're not watching this at all. I don't know, but I just thought it'd be fun to share part of the collection with you as something. It grows generally weekly. I have a problem. I should probably seek help. But I just thought it'd be fun to kind of share this with you and let you see what I've been working on. There are more reviews in the pipeline, of course. I'm not going to stop that. It's just, like I said, my recording schedule has gotten crazy in the past 4 months. Crazy in a bad way. But yeah, if you liked it, cool, comment, let me know. If you see anything behind me, I mean, which isn't really easy to do considering I'm in the way, let me know. Let me know if there's something you'd see that you'd like a review on. Until then, there's a bunch of stuff you can't see. I'm probably going to do another room walkthrough at some point because the room has changed a lot since the last one I did. We'll see. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media links, Instagram and Twitter. That's where you can find me. The links will be in the description below and, of course, on the end card. And thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.